Hi everyone. It's time for today's video based on New York Times connection game. It's basically a game where you create four groups of four words from 16 given words. You have seen the thumbnail, so you know what the first group we are discussing is. Watch to the end of this video, and I will also tell you the other three groups of four words, what each word means, and what they have in common. So today's words are all about on the same plane. So even is on the same plane. So that's why we're like, we can say we are even now, right? Like when you retaliate against somebody or you, I don't know, take revenge against somebody, then you're even. There's even an expression, even Steven, right? That means that you're even. So that means you're on the same plane, right? We are not even. I came to your house and ate your dinner, and you came to mine and you ate my dinner, and we are even, kind of like, right? So it's even can be positive thing, negative thing, but then you can also have an even surface, which is a flat surface, right? So that's also an even. And then it's in its simplest form, even is odd and even, an odd number like 1, 3, 5, 7, even number 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's another meaning of even. And then we have even, which is, I didn't go even though I really wanted to. Even if you are the last person on earth, I won't have been. Not very nice. So even can be, it can even be a verb. Let's even things out. So that means let's make everything at the same level, even things out. And then we have even word evening, which really doesn't have anything to do with anything else. But then evening means, late afternoon, evening. But then it could be evening, the evening of the odds, as in when the odds were similar, right? So even I didn't smoke, even though I really wanted to smoke. Even if you don't go, I still will be mad at you. So yeah, that's even on the same plane. The next one is flat. So flat means on the same plane is like even surface, flat surface. It's interchangeable, right? So, and then it's interesting, flat, flat, and then if something is, this surface is flat, but this is flatter, right? Flatter. So this is flat, flatter, of course. But then to flatter means to, you flatter me, sir, right? Like you say all these nice things about somebody, you compliment them, so then you flatter them. Flat basically means like that, right? Even surface, right? And then flat basically, flat rate for, this is a flat rate. Like I don't, if you say to a client that I don't charge you by the hour, there's a flat rate. That means that you charge them once and it doesn't, the amount that you charge them doesn't fluctuate. And then if you're in England, flat means apartment in America. So he's my flatmate. In America, you would say he's my housemate, or he's like my apartment mate, or he's my roommate. Flat. And then you can even have it in music and sounds. Oh, that sounded really flat. And then kind of like without excitement, which is kind of all coming from the same sort of a, like that. It's very boring, very flat. Yeah. The next one on same plane is flush. Flush is not, you don't usually say that surface is flush. Flush usually is used for other purposes. On the same plane, flush. But like what we use flush as a verb, of course, you flush the toilet. That's, you probably know. Or you can also even flush your memory or flush your computer cache, and flush means to empty it out, right? To empty something out is to flush them. Flush somebody out, put some fire in the anthill and you flush the ants out, flush out, right? So flush can be an adjective. I'm flush with cash, as in I have lots of cash, flush with cash, right? And then, so yeah, on the same plane, flush. And then, of course, the next one on the same plane is level, flat, level. So, level. This is pretty level. Or that person is pretty level-headed, as in they're not very crazy. They do measured things. They speak in a measured way. They're level-headed. Level-headed. So that's kind of one meaning of level. And then level means what's your level of English, right? I am like, I'm studying, second level or third level. And, this is why English is so confusing, because I just told you about level, right? Like, what's your level of English? And then to level up, right? Because English is so confusing, you just need to keep going and not rely on rules because they won't work. You learn 10 rules and tomorrow there's another rule that you don't know. It's actually not a rule, it's an exception. And the only rule in English is exception. So if you just really struggle and it's find this whole thing difficult, just keep going. Because I've been doing this more than 40 years. And I've, so many times I've been frustrated, but I keep going. And when you fall down, get yourself up, pick yourself up, dust yourself up, pat yourself on the back, and keep going. Because if you do, your English is going to be way better than the native speakers, Americans and the British, because those guys didn't learn English. They were born into it. So level, and you can also say, I'm going to level with you, as in I'm going to tell you the truth, right? But level means level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. So like floor 1, floor 2, or when you're playing a game, level of difficulty or level of detail. So the range, the degree, level, eye level. So that means that the height of something which is exactly at eye level. So that's the verb to level, and then that's the noun. Hey there, friend. Nice to meet you. I am Hamid. Sorry for the interruption. If you are enjoying this video and are looking to take your English fluency and vocabulary to the next level, I've got something special for you. I offer personalized one-on-one coaching sessions tailored to your unique goals and interests. Whether you're focusing on grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, or all around communication skills, I'm here to help you master English in a way that's fun and effective. Ready to elevate your English? Click on the link in the description below to book your session with me today. Let's embark on this journey to English mastery together. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more tips and tricks on mastering English. So this group of words are all the words that means flabbergasted. Wow, floored. That means I am floored. The way you conducted yourself, the way you spoke, I was floored. You floored me, dude. So that's floor. I'm floored the way they treated me. I'm flabbergasted. I'm amazed. I'm perplexed. So that's to floor. And kind of floor also means that, the thing on your walking on, that's floor, right? You're walking on the floor, second floor, third floor. That's why you say, when you're flabbergasted, your jaw hits the floor, right? So you're floored or your jaw hits the floor. So those are the meanings of floor. Then for flabbergast is rock. We're going to rock your world. We're going to just kind of drive you crazy. And then I'm going to rock your world. I'm going to just really amaze you, right? So rock in its simplest form means that the stone that you find, or like in the, when you walk, it's a rock, stone. And then to rock means to go back and forth. Rocking the cradle, like, you rock the cradle so the baby can sleep. So basically rock is movement, or can be that stationary thing that also is rock. And then we have rock and roll, which is sort of a allusion to something that happens in the bedroom, the intimate stuff, rock and roll. And then, but do you rock my world? You rock. And that's, it's an expression. Now we say, you're awesome, you rock. This rocks, this is amazing. I'm going to rock your world. So the next group, gasp, is shocked. I am so shocked. I'm amazed, right? Wow. I'm shook, man. That shocked me. I'm surprised. I'm amazed. I'm floored. My word is rock. Shock. Now, the thing about shock is that, of course, shock means Hey, don't shock me, as in don't surprise me. Shocking. We kind of, you know, we can have a mock things like my last girlfriend just broke up with me. Shocking, son. Shocking, as in it's not shocking. It's very predicted. And then shock means giving something electroshock. Ah, you got shocked, which is, hit by electricity. That's also shock. But shock in general is this thing that people are surprised something happens to them. And then flabbergasted, last one is surprised. I'm really surprised, shocked. And my jaw hit the floor, right? Surprise. Surprise means, to surprise somebody that they didn't expect it. Oh my God, did I surprise you? Like you jumped at me and I didn't see you. And yeah, you did surprise me. That's to the verb to kind of, wow, I'm really surprised at your progress. I'm really surprised that, the dinner that you made didn't have garlic, right? So that's to surprise, to make somebody, really shock them. And then we have surprise as a noun. Wow, that's a big surprise. Surprise! And then you can say, we give you a surprise birthday party, right? Which surprises you. That's a surprise. I got a surprise for you, as in I got something for you you didn't expect. These groups are a bit of journalism and article. So article is like, you see in a journal, in a newspaper, there's all these articles, pieces of writing. But an article is just like, article is also like of is an article, or, things like that. They're articles in language. But also you have article of clothing. This shirt is an article of clothing. And then you also have an article of law. This is by this article of law, you could not meet her when you were under restraining order. Article of law, right? Article of clothing. So and of course, article, you write an article. Bit of journalism, feature. So that's a feature. That's the feature writing. And when something is featured, that means that they get all the attention. You're featured in Newsweek, as in your life is, being spoken about in Newsweek. And to feature means to make something really prominent. And then you can have this feature. Wow, I just watched this feature in New York Times. It was quite interesting. This show is gonna feature dogs who can speak, right? Stupid. So I'm gonna feature going to the gym, right? Feature. So this is not just an article, this is a feature. It's a really important piece of this writing, feature. And then, feature also, you have an interesting feature, could be parts of your face. And, this apartment features a jacuzzi. So that means that it has an element. It's a jacuzzi. The next bit of journalism, report. So this is a report. And then report is a verb to report something. You report, can you report back to me how the work progress is going? Report. And I got a report for you, an account of what's happening. That's why we have reporters. I'm a reporter who's bringing stories and bringing ideas and bringing features. Reporting. What is the report? As in, how is the progress? How things are going? And the last one, and then you bring your report card, which is your scores in school. The last one is story. It's a bit of journalism, is story. So, this is a story of Hansel and Gretel, that The story is also the floor, the number of floors. This is a 3-story building, right? Of course, it's a bit of journalism. And then we have something like, that's a storied building, or that's a storied idea. Storied there, that means it's very sort of reputable, because we can use storied as a reputable. Then we have theater sections. These are the group. First is balcony, and the balcony is, of course, in theater is a part of it. But it's kind of like porch, balcony, porch, they're interchangeable. Then we have theater section, box. And what box means, box has so many meanings. To box, and then having something in a box, thinking outside the box. And all of them are this cube thing, that's a box. But then boxing something in. I don't want to box you in. I don't want to, sort of pigeonhole you. And then unboxing, when you take things out of the box. Another theater section is orchestra. An orchestra, you know, that means that the group of musicians that play together, that's an orchestra. And like philharmonic orchestra. And then that's because of that we have the verb orchestrate. Orchestrate means that to come up with something, to engineer something. That means to orchestrate. And the last one for theater section is stage. Stage is right in front of audience. That's a stage. Stage means, you know, when you work on theater, you are on stage, off stage, on stage, backstage. Those are all have to do with stage. Then you can stage a house to sell it, right? That's called staging. In computer science, when you stage something, that means that it's not ready for being live. So you're staging it. Then we can stage in this stage, that means in this phase of the situation, in this part of the process stage. And then the last one is that, you know, to stage a battle, to stage a walkout, to arrange it, to create. Okay, I hope you learned a lot. See you tomorrow.